Another nice feature of the Tri-Center activity calendar that you may not know about is the ability to subscribe to events and pull them onto your calendar or your smartphone or whatever you may use for your calendar software. We use Google Calendar quite a bit here, so I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to the Tri-Center website, tctrojans.org, and I can go to the calendars option here. And I'm going to go to the activities calendar, which takes me to the activities calendar spot. The Western Iowa Conference will also get me there, but I'm going to click on activities calendar here. And it's going to have a link to the Western Iowa Conference site. I'm going to click on that. And that will open a new screen here. I have some different options here to get notified about different activities. I can click on Notify Me, and that will open a window and allow me to choose what activities I want to receive notifications on. As I go through this process, it will prompt me to create an account, and I can go back in and change this at a later date. That's where I would go here to returning users login here if I want to. For right now, what I want to do is show you how to pull this onto your own calendar on your maybe your smartphone or your calendar on your computer. So if I go back, I'm going to go ahead and go to an option down here below View Schedules where it says Advanced View Report. The reason I want to do that is because I want to have all activities at the school go to my calendar for the whole school year. I can subscribe to the calendar up here in the upper right hand corner. What that will do is give me some options to subscribe through Outlook, iCal, Google. If I want to, that will give me all the activities for only today. So I will see all those activities as they show up as each day goes by. I want to see all activities in advance so I can see when the semester ends or when different things happen throughout the school year. So I really don't want to do this right now, but that is an option for you also. I'm going to go ahead and close this window. And to get all the school events added to my calendar right away, I'm going to go down on the right hand side, and below View Schedules, I'm going to click on Advanced View Report. Here it's going to give me a list of my activities, the events that I may want to choose, locations. I have done this before and I want to choose all the different activities and all the events, so I'm going to leave all those as the default options. I want to say a time period, so I'm going to say date range. So I want I can go from now until the end of the semester or whatever date range I want to have. I can also go for the school year, so I can click the radio button there. So I'm going to go for the whole school year. And I'm going to say Generate Report. And that's going to give me all the activities from the first day of the school year to the last day. So from August 22nd all the way through July 5th is what we have on our calendar right now of next year for baseball events. So I'm going to go ahead and send this to my calendar. If I go back to the top, there is an option in the upper right hand corner, kind of like the main screen of the calendar. If I go over to the calendar icon, I get the same options I had before, but this is going to give me the feed for all activities for the entire school year. So I use Google, so I'm going to use the Google instructions here. It says click the icon for instructions and the link to paste into any Google Calendar. So I'm going to click that. It gives me a new tab with what URL I need to copy and what to do with it. So I'm going to take this URL and I'm going to highlight it. And I'm just going to go ahead and right click and copy it. And now if I go to my Google Calendar, which is open over here, it says back here in the instructions to click the drop down menu next to other calendars and choose add by URL and paste the URL and then click add calendar. So I'm going to go ahead and go to other calendars and I want to say add by URL as the instructions told me. And I'm going to go ahead and paste that address right there and make it publicly accessible. I could share that with other people if I want to. I would be more inclined to advise you just to have them do the same thing as opposed to sharing this calendar with them. So I'm going to say add calendar. And over here in the right hand corner, you're going to see it's loading. It's importing calendar from URL. So it's going to take a few minutes for that to actually happen. And since it's loading all those activities, it's going to take a little while. And as you can see here, it's showing those activities already. So if there's no time assigned to them, they show up on the calendar with no time as an all-day event. So no school that day. Here it shows music at 8 a.m. So there's different options there, and I can go ahead and just go through each week by week and see all the events that are going to show up there. If I want to, I can go into my calendar settings, and I can change the name here if I want to Tri-Center CSD activities. And I'm going to hit save. And that'll show there, and that will show up if I sync my smart device with with my Google Calendar. I will see all those events show up on there, and I can also view it through my browser in this method here. So I hope that helps in subscribing to the Tri-Center Activity Calendar.